So, I am starting this video with a very, very interesting place. If you look out the gate, okay, this is India. I am sitting in India. Everybody here is an Indian. But if you look at that side of the gate, just behind those walls, it's Pakistan. So, the reason I'm here today is if you saw any of my earlier vlogs, and there is a kitty cat. So, if you saw any of my earlier vlogs, you saw that I went to the very, very pious, the very, very religious Golden Temple. I love gurdwaras. In case you're not aware, gurdwaras are basically the holy temples of the Sikh community, Sikh religion. So I went there. I went there at 4 a.m. in the morning. So I left my hotel at 3:45, and I reached the Gurdwara Golden Temple at 4 in the morning. And then I stood in the queue, did all the rituals, and did everything. And it was an amazing experience, a first for me. I'm really sorry about all the background noise. Okay, a lot of people are here taking a break from work and having food, so they're having a good time. So I went to the Gurdwara and I did everything, and then I spent a lot of time there. I spent about 2 hours there, more than 2 hours actually, because it was so spiritual. It was like it was tugging at me, it was pulling me. So I really didn't want to leave, but I had to. Now, the place that I showed you, which is Pakistan, this is also a very, very famous and religious site of the Sikh community, which is just beyond the wall. Uh, okay, and it is called the Kartarpur Corridor. So basically, when there was a lot of tension between India and Pakistan, this access had been shut down, but this is considered to be one of the most pious spots for the Sikh religion to visit. And of course, in case you're aware, India and Pakistan, as well as Bangladesh, they were all the same country earlier. But after the 1947 partition, where India was divided uh, to form Pakistan, you know, it was restricted and Indians could not access going to Pakistan anymore. So, Kartarpur Dera Sahib is the place where Guru Nanak Dev Ji, um I think, he spent his last days, and he himself built the entire village and the town. He planted the seeds there. He basically created the entire community of people who are living there right now. So, it's not just a very, very historical place, and for those who believe, a very religious place, but it's also a place of a lot of emotional turmoil. So, after the India was divided into two countries, a lot of people, it was called one of the biggest human massacres ever, and one of the biggest human genocides ever. So a lot of the people from India could not go and visit their hometown that was now coming under the Pakistan borderlines. So a lot of families were displaced, and a lot went on. I mean, I am nobody to talk about it because that did not affect me directly, but I know because some people in my family were affected because of partition. So yes, and also, what I mean to say is that there have been instances where a family fled to Pakistan during the partition, and they had to leave their daughter behind here in India, and uh, you know, and they ran with their son to Pakistan, and the borders got closed, and they could never meet. So the parents and the brother were in Pakistan, and the sister was left alone here in India, or maybe I'm confused, and the sister was there and brother was there, whatever. And then after 75 years, after 75 years, um, actually, no, the parents left behind their child in India and they fled to Pakistan They left the child with a relative, the young child, and they fled to Pakistan. And once they were in Pakistan, they even gave birth to another child. So, the siblings had never seen each other, but they found out years later that there was another sibling. So, after 75 years, they used this place, and the brother and the sister, they met at the Gurdwara at this same spot where I just showed you behind the wall. It was crazy emotional. So yes, again, uh, on the lines of what I said earlier in one of my vlogs, that we are creating so many boundaries and lines that who knows what will happen of our race. I think we really need to be a little more humane. We are humans after all, so I think we need to display that a little bit more. And I'm just getting more and more, I think, spiritually awakened, and more understanding of human emotions, human nature, and the need to change and the need to adapt and accept. A lot is going on. So I won't take much of your time. I just wanted to say that I stopped by, and I'm having a beautiful, beautiful spiritual trip. After this, I will head off to the hills and spend some time there and detox and recoup and get my energies back, and charge my batteries, uh, work on my mental health and peace, and then go back to the city where I live. From the hills, actually, I'm also going to go to the beaches. So, huge contrast, but I am going to do that because I need to really. So, yes, forgive the disturbance and the noise, but I hope my voice could reach you. And thank you so, so much for sitting here and, sitting down with me and chatting, and always, always taking out time from your busy schedule and still listening to my rambling and thoughts. I really hope that wherever you are, you're spiritually happy, you have beautiful people around you, and that life's good. Of course, there's challenges, but I just hope life's good. So take lots and lots of care. Take care.